The Kirk Minahan Show was off this week as Kirk is in Chicago filming Surviving Barstool. How will he do? Also, we got Mut and Shander. How long will those two last? And Justin Trudell, his fitness and overall health is called into question this week. That and much more. It's Great Thinkers. All right, Great Thinkers, the longest-running Kirk Minahan Show network program out there. We have three fantastic guests to chime in on what's going on inside the Kirk Minahan Show landscape. Right here, we have a first-timer. JustinsPlayThing is with us today. SteveYoureLiveToTape is with us today. And, of course, a regular TJ Hubbard. But, as always, let's just get right into the topics. Kirk Minahan Show has not been going on this week. Why, you may ask? Because Kirk is in Chicago filming the reality show Surviving Barstool. TJ, let's start with you. How do you think Kirk does in Surviving Barstool this year?
He did very well last year. I think he's going to do very well this year. He could win it all as long as a producer doesn't fuck him over like they did last year. Surviving Barstool is one of the better shows they produced last year, and it's going to be awesome to watch. I think Clemmer's in it this year, so there's going to be a lot of yelling and fighting. I love that. So it's fucking awesome.
Steve, you're Live-to-Tape guy. I know you're a Surviving Barstool guy. Kirk, obviously, in this. How do you think he's going to do?
It's weird because Kirk warned us that he wasn't going to go live or fill us in on anything, but it is so eerily quiet from Chicago that we have no idea. Usually Kirk is so good at dropping hints here and there, a tweet, some sort of live video that just fills us in on something. And for the first time ever, we have zero idea. So anything can happen. And I'm so excited for that final product whenever they do drop it.
JustinsPlayThing, that's a great point that Steve, your Live-to-Tape just made. Do you think Kirk being quiet this week, is that a positive or a negative on his performance?
Yeah, I don't think it really says anything. You know, Kirk's going to, play his games, whether they're staying quiet, dropping hints. You know, he's always going to try to mislead us one way or another. But I kind of think he's going to struggle on Surviving this year, because unless he's got like a tight-knit group right at the beginning, I think there's a lot of guys in this that'll fuck him over.
I don't know who you think you are saying that. However, Steve, you're Live-to-Tape. I got to ask you, who do you think will be Kirk's biggest problem this season on Surviving Barstool?
It could be anybody. That's the funny thing about this cast, is that I think 75% of the cast loves Kirk, 25% hates Kirk, but all 100% could work against Kirk. So I'd be really curious once it's all said and done, when Kirk gives us the insight to how pre-show conversations went, because you got to know he's talked to plenty of people, but with Survivor, you just don't know if they're being truthful or if they're lying to your face.
Right. TJ,
I got a prediction.
Go for it.
Heel turn by Rico Bosco.
Ooh, you think?
I was thinking
Bosco,
Clemmer.
Hey, $250,000, man. Rico Bosco heel turn.
That's true.
$250,000 is a lot of money for people
Rico
who already
get
paid by the company. That is a lot of money. All right, so before we wrap up this topic, let's just go around the room here. Quick expectations. Does Kirk Minahan win Surviving Barstool? JustinsPlayThing. I know your answer, but just give it to us straight.
Not going to win.
Steve, you'll have to tape guy.
Let's say top three. He gets screwed in the final three.
All right, TJ Hubbard.
He's going to win it.
He's going to win it. TJ Hubbard says, that's breaking news right here. TJ Hubbard. Somebody tweet that out. TJ Hubbard thinks that Kirk Minahan will win Surviving Barstool. All right, on to the next topic, and I apologize. We just have to do it, and at some point we will move on from Mut, Mut and Shander, and Sportsbook Live, one of the all-time worst shows I've ever had to consume. However, it is pretty clear, and we will play the clip in a second.
Eitan definitely hates me. I got that sense tonight.
That Mut and Shander and Mike Mutnansky both hate each other in the most visceral way possible. I got to ask you guys both, how long will this show last? And does Mut just all of a sudden say, fuck it, I'm out of here, this guy sucks? And when will that happen? We'll start with you, Steve, Live-to-Tape guy. How long do you think this show will last?
I think it's going to do its exact 10 weeks that we were told. Mutt's a loyal guy. We know that. He's going to go all 10. He's going to honor his contract. But come week 11, if the bomber says, hey, let's do another week, I think Mutt says, yeah, but we got to retool this thing. I got to bring in my guy to sit next to me. And that's when Justin Trudell is featured on the main stage at Mohegan.
Wow. Wow, that is a great take that we have not heard to this point. Justin's Plaything, what about you? You've consumed some of this show, and I apologize that you've had to do so. Mut Shander and Mike Mutnansky, do they make it the entire 10 weeks?
The only way they don't make it is if Aton quits. You know Mutt's going to go in there and do his 10. There's no way that's not going to happen. So if Minifans get to Aton enough, maybe we can get him to quit. But I'm kind of with SteveYoureLiveToTape here. I think it's going to 10 and then out.
Yep. TJ Hubbard, you have been listening to Mike Mutnansky for damn near over 10 years. You know the history. Is this the saddest thing you've ever seen Mike Mutnansky be a part of?
Yes,
Yep.
it is. I think it's going to last, though. I mean, I know Aton's a little sensy, seeing his tweets and stuff, but I think it's going to last. You know why? Because Mutt doesn't leave anything. He waits to get fired.
That's true.
He'll hang on you know what I mean? He's going to hang on the whole time. So there'll be, 4 people watching him. He's fine with it.
Are you guys watching this each and every week still? SteveYoureLiveToTape guy, just to see the train wreck that is. Are you watching it each week?
You never know what Eton's going to say. And I feel like Mutt keeps pushing the boundaries a little bit with Eton. So I just keep waiting. The question isn't if Eton's going to break, it's when he's going to break. And that's what I'm waiting for.
There's no way that Aton can like that people still think his name is pronounced Eton. All right, Justin's Plaything. Let's move on to the next topic. This week, with no Kirk Minahan, obviously it's been a struggle for content, but Justin Trudell stepped up in a big way, if you ask me. One of the things we saw him do early in the week is we saw him release his first exercise program.
Which was an incredible video.
Which was incredible. Let me ask the questions, by the way. Let me set you up. All right, you shut your mouth.
Relax.
And so early in the week, he does his exercise video. And then a day later, he has a food challenge. So I just got to ask you, it was great to see Justin moving around, and it was awful to see him then doing the food challenge. What do we think wins out? Does he have an awakening and get his health right, or does he keep on the path of eating Chinese food paired with McDonald's, paired with whatever the fuck else he was eating? What do you think happens?
What I think happens is not what I hope happens. Food's gonna win. Justin's not gonna change just because he worked out once and felt better. He should, because if the kid dropped 75 pounds, he'd feel like $1 million. He'd feel like a different person. And with his mental health, you become a regular at the gym, that's going to help you there too. So all in all, it would be a great thing for Justin to jump on board and ride that and get himself in decent shape. But if we're being honest with ourselves here, he's going to keep eating.
TJ, what do you make of this? I mean, as somebody who has battled with weight themselves, but has also lost a few pounds, you can relate a little bit to Justin Trudell, can you not?
I am. Justin's Plaything is right. I've dropped 75 pounds. So when you do that, you start feeling a lot better. Your health starts increasing. I just had the labs done the other day. Doing really well. But to watching him eat all that food the other day was bad. That was bad. What's worse, has it the worst is his toilet, because these fucking things have blown up. I can't, imagine eating, 6,000 calories. I can't even imagine. You're allocated maybe 2,500 to 2,700 a day if you're, as big as Justin is, tall.
Right.
So.
Well, let me correct you here, because this is a news program. We don't exactly know the specific amount of calories that were consumed. You're estimating 6,000, so I just want to make sure we're clear on that. SteveYoureLiveToTape guy, who wins out, or what wins out? Meaning, will Justin turn his life around and give in to exercise because he claims he felt better after he did it, or does he keep on this path of being obsessed with food?
As a fellow big man, I'm rooting for Justin. He's obviously a great guy. He knows his demons, and he loves food, which makes this world very difficult. I can attest to that myself. My question is, he'll obviously do whatever Kirk asks him to do. Is Kirk going to come back from Chicago and say, "Hey, Justin, I challenge you to eat 1,800 calories today, and 1,800 tomorrow, and get an hour walk in, eat a lot of protein, watch your carbs"? Because I think if Kirk comes back and says, "Hey, do this for 2 months," Justin's just going to be like, "Okay," because doing boss's orders. and all of a sudden he's going to be down 30 pounds, and maybe it becomes a habit at that point. But I'm pulling for Justin. He's a great guy, and I know it's tough for him, so I'm rooting for him.
So let me get you on record right here, right now. Are you calling out Kirk Minahan and telling him that he needs to tell Justin Trudell to get his life? What's the word I'm looking for? In order to, I don't know, to lose weight, basically. Yeah.
No one tells Kirk what to do. I'm just saying Justin is a day one, does whatever Kirk says. So Kirk can say, hey, 1,200 calories, Justin. And that would be a challenge in itself. But Justin's going to figure it out. It's going to take some time, but he's on the right path. He's getting there.
All right, guys. All right. That was Great Thinkers. We had 3 topics. We do them better than anybody on the internet. The longest running show on the Kirk Minahan Show Network. We're going on, TJ, we're going on 5 years at this point, which is quite remarkable. 5 years. Gentlemen, thank you for joining the show. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.